Hi guys, thanks for tuning in and welcome to the channel. We've just arrived at Excite Motorsports in Penrith in New South Wales. I'm in my high ace van. It's a 3-hour trip to go from where I am to this dealer, and the best thing about it, I'm here to pick up my Vespa scooter. Now this is the only place or closest place I can pick up one of those, and I ordered it a few days back, and it took about 3 days for the supply of the bike to come in. And I'm here now. Now, I was going to get a motor transporter to bring one home, and they've gone up a bit in price now. And they once about $350, and now a transporter wants $500 just to pick it up and bring it home 2 weeks before I can get it. So I thought, bugger that. So I thought I'd get in the van, take the wife, the daughter, and we'll head down here to this place. And tell you what a big place it is too. I really go into many big dealers, and I rarely give a motorcycle guy a plug, but I did find this fella, excuse me, I did find this fella by the name of Shane pretty helpful, and he's the owner. And look at the inventory here, like as far as Yamaha bikes go. Like when you look through here, there must have been, I don't know, good 50 or 70 of them there sitting there. I'd never seen so many Yamahas. There's about 3 or 4 Vespa scooters.
Which one?
He's got the Aprilias, but when you swing back over this run of Yamahas, look at that for off-road bikes, the sports bikes, everything you want. You got everything in here. You got water sports, those ones they hang around on skis and all the other, whatever they call these things. I don't know. I've had no interest in it, but there's 3 or 4 of them there. So, as far as that goes, you've got a good run of all different sort of bikes in there, a huge range of Triumphs. If you're into Triumphs, you'd be fairly satisfied because they're there everywhere. So these are the 3 colours. There was that goldy looking one in stock, that a bluey green or tealy colour, and this browny one. So, but I was thinking when I went ahead with this idea, I was thinking of maybe the gold one, but in the end I decided I'd go for a more safer colour, and the safer colour I chose was white, because when you're making a Vespa investment, you could say, they're not cheap scooters at $13,500 right away for the near top of the line model ones. I think it's about $14 if you buy the tech version with the digital dash and a few other things. But you got to make sure that you make the right choice. And for me, a safe colour was the white, and we get on to the Triumphs now. Look at this smorgasbord of Triumphs. I tell you what, if you couldn't walk through all these Triumphs here and think to yourself, there must be one there. So you got these main sort of classic things. I don't know a great deal about Triumphs, but they've got the variety of ones there. Then you go over to their sports versions of them. And this one here you're looking at now, I used to have that one in the 900. And, they run all right. They've gone up a bit in price now. They're around about 20 grand to buy one of those new. So as far as that's one of those, I think, rocket ones there. I had a bit of a look at that one, but never went into it in too much detail. Remember how I got onto this place is he was the closest dealer when I was going to buy the 400 version that comes out, and he was good enough on the phone to say, I'll get 2 in, and you can pick which one you want. So that's why I decided to go here. And look at all this run of bikes. There's Triumphs here in all directions. So wife's down there doing a bit of paperwork and handing over the money ceremony, and they're hard at it there, but I decided to get back in and just do a span and once again over all these Yamahas. And I was really impressed on the amount of stock those Yamahas. I've never seen so many Yamahas in one place. I mean, in our local place, when we go in here, what do we get there? 5 or 6. You go to the other town, not much better. So I got the wife to get out there, bring that van. She's used to driving that van. We've had it a while now, and I said, bring her up here to the loading ramp while I continue playing with the camera. And we'll have a bit of they've got a loading bay right out the front where people, if they want to, will come up, load their bikes in one way and out the other. So it's virtually like a drive-through at McDonald's. So it's a pretty good setup. And here's Old Faithful here. I reckon I'm going to have a lot of fun on this Vespa GTS Super Sport. So it's a 300cc motor, or actually around about 272, 278, something like that. I think when you first look at them, they look like a little bit pricey for what you pay for them, $13,500. But in that case, they are a bit pricey, aren't they? They don't give Vespas away, but I think the proof will be in the pudding, and people who've had them reckon they're a really nice experience riding. Now, in my case, the best thing, I can put it right against the 2023 X-Max 300 I've got. So I'll have 223 scooters, and I can put one against the other and think to myself, is it worth paying the extra $3,000 over a X-Max. Now that'll be the thing, you know. What I do actually like about it, it's nice and compact. It's got a nice clean dash. I think this particular Super Sports one, you know, it sort of comes with blackouts everywhere. So blackouts on the bars there, the foot railings, around the dash, and instead of having chrome trim around the metalwork, it's sort of blacked out. And, you know, overall, I think from what I've actually read at times, if anything, people don't like anything, it's the chrome surrounds the instruments on each side. But, you know, it doesn't matter what you got, you always got some complaint about something. So I said to the guy there that, you know, after you do that, could you do a bit of an explanation on how to start it? These were a little bit tricky on the starting, and I thought I'd just get him in camera there. The wife decided she didn't sit on it, but, you know, she's barely... she reckons she's 5 foot, but I don't think she is. But anyway, she got it like that, so there's no way I'd risk her getting on there taking it for a run, because I don't think I'd have it very long. So apart from that, you know, the only thing she'll probably do is get on it. So as far as that, Shane there was good enough to give us a demo. So, you know, to start it, you've got the keyless entry there, and he's just showing you where to press it to get into their sort of glove box there under the dash, or you call it a bit of a dash. And, you know, you've got a little bit of a storage side there. To start these ones, really, he's got the keyless entry there in the thing, and you just press it, it says welcome. After you press it, then you turn it to the right. Yeah, because see, I've studied a couple other videos, so I can get ahead here. So you can turn it to the right, and then hold the brake and then press it. The under seat storage isn't nowhere near as large as what the X-Max. When you have a quick look there now, and your fuel cap or your filler cap is a couple of gallons, and that's straight under the seat too. But, you know, as far as that goes, Shane's got that key fob in his hand now, and you've got to have that on you, or, you know, on your person anyway, and you can just come up to it and go from there. So the Super Sport's got a couple more features on the dash layout, what's explained in now, which, you know, it's no use me going in all this here, because when I do my other run, I won't be able to tell you anything. You've seen it all, and it's a waste of time. So I'm sort of, that's why I didn't bother while I was at the place to take it for a test ride around the road of that, because that'd prove nothing. The bike's already registered in my name, I've bought it, so there's nothing to prove. I do like the fancy black seat with the coloured stitching on it. That was nice, and it's got a really nice LED taillight, and it's you know, overall a fairly nice little bike. Yeah, so one thing I better point out on these scooters, and I had the trouble with the Forza 350 and the Honda PCX 160, that side stand, you know, try to avoid using that if the ground isn't level, because seeing these bikes aren't like motorbikes where you can lock them in gear and they'll just hold steady, and you can put them on a stand and they'll sit there and wait alone. These scooters have got a habit of rolling forward, and you come off them, and the next thing you find them on the ground. So the best idea, use your centre stand. They all come with centre stands. Now here Shane, he decided, you know, he'd load the bike for me, because naturally with the camera it was a bit hard for me to film that and that too. So he's had plenty of practice on this one. So, you know, I don't mind it when I go to a dealer and buy a bike and they get there and, you know, they're prepared to load it. And these only weigh, I think, around about 160 kilos or something like that, or weight at the down low at the back. And best thing about that high ace, they fit in there nice and easy. Now, I reckon this guy went out of his way to do this sale, so I was pretty happy, and I did put the word on him after that I'd forgot my tie-down clips, and he'd be prepared to hold on to that bike in the back of the van while I drive the 3 hours home. But unfortunately, even though he was cooperating, he didn't want to go that far. So apart from that, it was all good up to the stage where I asked him would he hold the brake there while I drive home, and you know, to save myself $100 on a set of tie-downs. But that never happened. So apart from that, next time out we're going to see a actual test ride on this bike, and I'll tell you what I think of it after that. I'm fairly excited to see what a Vespa GTS Super Sport's like the ride. And I know I've got to run it in for 1,000 kilometres, or, you know, I don't know if you have to run them in two thing, but, you know, like around up to 80 kilometres an hour, take it easy on them, and after that, you can get into them and ride them a little bit quicker, and apparently they'll run along no trouble at 100 kilometres an hour, and I'll see what the experience is like compared to the last 6 or so new scooters I've bought over the last 2 or 3 years. So that's what I'll be comparing. The dearest, or I class as the dearest scooter for what it is, 300 cc's, compared to the other stuff I've had in the 3X Maxes and the ADV 150, and what else was it, the Porter 350, the PCX 160, and I think that's about all as far as that goes. So, there's about 6 of them I can compare them with, and we'll see what I think overall the end result. So once again, thanks for taking a look. Glad you went to this trouble to hang on there and just see how things are going. And like I said, no dealer was harmed in the process of getting this bike loaded, so all went well that way too. So once again, thanks for tuning in, taking a look. Next time up, you'll see me test ride this beast, and I'll tell you if I think this is a scooter for you, or should you just go out and buy a Triumph. So apart from that, catch you later.